I'm an engineer. What I'm building is
Important?
iconic.
Hello and welcome back to A Stark Contrast, where we discuss the differences and similarities between Marvel Comics and their MCU counterparts. And we're your hosts, Geoffrey
and Dai.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Oh my goodness. So, funny enough, this was supposed to be an Ironheart Season 1 recap sort of episode. However,
which it is.
It still is. But we got some crazy news from Kevin Feige last week, which we'll get to eventually. But
there is a lot.
Yeah,
leading up to the Fantastic Four premiere.
Yes, exactly. But before that, just wanted to cover some notable news in the Marvel universe. And so, first and foremost, oh man, this is a hard one. So the comic community suffered a huge loss recently with the passing of Mr. Jim Shooter, a true icon of icons. And so Jim began writing at the age of 14.
My gosh.
For the record, kicking off his long career with DC Comics, later jumping to Marvel, and eventually became editor-in-chief. And lest we forget, Jim had a wealth of notable creations over the years, including writing the acclaimed Secret Wars comic.
Oh, wow.
Run alongside artist, my buddy, Mike Zeck.
Love that.
He came up to me in New Orleans and was like, "We're friends, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
That's
he
awesome.
was like, "What was your name again?" I was like, "Diana." He's like, "Diana, it's nice to see you." I was like, "Oh my God, it's Mike Zeck again."
Yeah.
I was like, "We're really buddies." And that was actually the show before that was the last time I saw Jim Shooter as well. So it's like really sad because you could tell he was not great.
Yeah.
But he was still out there, sticking it out there and like really like meeting the fans. And it's so sad because like I wish he had a little more time to see Secret Wars come to life.
I know, yeah.
Which is like, oh, you were right there, buddy. Like, So, so he created the run with Mike Zeck and Bob Layton. And so, yeah, definitely wanted to give a rest in power to Mr. Jim Shooter. And, that's going to be a tough one. It's a tough one to get over, man. Great guy. In lighter news, so Kevin Feige held something shy of a press conference last Friday, July 18th, ahead of Fantastic Four Week and San Diego Comic-Con, where the studio probably would have shared all this information, and he was just like, we don't have anything to share, like visually.
Yeah.
Let's just not and pretend we did.
Yeah, he's not announcing projects on like that timeline anymore. He's like,
I wonder if James Gunn's statement had anything to do with. Did you see?
Yeah,
what
I
he
saw
said?
that.
Yeah.
It probably. Yeah, it goes hand in hand, probably.
Yeah, I know. And so, before we dive into this, Jeff, I wanted to, because we're not really talking about Fantastic Four yet, because we quite literally have an episode coming up.
Yes.
I got you something.
No.
It was funny because I saw the things that popped into California Adventure and Adventures Campus, and I was like, this is a lot of, he's going to hate me if I get him any of this stuff. So I was like, let me aim small.
My room is filled to the brim, guys.
No. This is a good one because you can actually use it in some form.
Yes.
And it's small enough that it's not going to bother you like in any way.
That's what I like.
So I got you this.
Oh, it's so, oh my God.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty slick.
It's so shiny.
It's just a nice little Fantastic Four badge.
You know what is crazy though? 4 is like my favorite number.
Is it?
Yeah. Because it was my number in high school in volleyball and basketball.
Yeah.
It's just a nice number.
Nice round.
Yeah.
Square number.
It's part of a good amount of my passwords.
Yeah. Hackers, take note. That's amazing. Well, that's cool.
There's some weight to this thing.
Yeah, Disney goes all out for some of these pins. And the simplicity and the quality of that is definitely, I mean, they have one with the team, and I was like, that's fine. But the 4, just like the logo, that's great. I think that's so good.
This is so sick. Thank you.
You're welcome. So happy Fantastic Four Week.
Yes.
And so back to Feige. Jeff sent me these 3 articles. At least 3 articles exist.
I was like, why is it 3 separate articles?
know.
I had to make sure. I was like, wait, is this like...
I did the same thing.
I was
I was
like, is this
like,
snippets of like one big article?
right. And,
Yeah.
well, they divvied it up because of the ads. Because
Sure.
they get the ad money. But at the same time, yeah, I was like, oh, he wasn't joking. Like they quite literally broke it up. And they're not even terribly long. One of them is longer than the rest.
Yeah.
But there is 3 different articles that came out of Variety. And, thankfully it's reliable news, especially during a time where engagement bait is all the rage. So I appreciated that. But funny enough, and I said this to Jeff not too long ago, I was like, yeah, all the key points are on social media. And most of them, I'd say like 90% of them are accurate. Some of them embellished a little bit, and especially when it comes to the reboot, which we'll talk about, of course. But
He doesn't like that word.
I don't like that word. But it was interesting to see that, yeah, he said almost everything that people quoted him. So I wanted to just kind of cover some of the craziest topics he mentioned.
Yeah. It was actually I was like, wow. Okay.
It was very thorough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was very much a press conference in lieu of San Diego Comic-Con. And so it's been 6 years since Mahershala was first cast as Blade, and the film has apparently gone through 4 script writes. 2 were period pieces, and then it's still happening, but in modern day, and he's still attached. That's nuts. I was like, oh,
I know.
okay. Well, now it makes sense that how, the word on the street was that costumes had been pulled from Blade for Sinners.
And they sold it to
Yeah.
Ruth. I forget her full name,
Yeah,
but Ruth, the
Ruth.
costume designer on Sinners.
So what did Feige say? Like, Ruth created them for Blade. They ended up not using them. They sold them back to Ruth, who then sold them to Sinners.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Works
I love
out.
it. Yeah, it worked out. But yeah, so Mahershala, like Mahershala said, call me when they're ready. They know I'm ready. And I was like, call him already. Like, let's go.
I know.
So, but they still don't have a director. So that's the
they
big
have
one.
writers. They
have
have a for
writers,
sure
yeah.
writer, I think, right now.
Yeah.
But
no director.
no director yet.
How long until Ryan Coogler takes it?
He said that in the article because
Yeah,
people were
but
asking
he's-
like,
yeah.
what is, and he's like, look, he's focusing on Black. He has
Yeah.
to do Black Panther
He's
3.
do Black Panther, and he's about to jump into X-Files, so
Yeah,
he's busy.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy boy.
You know?
Yeah, and then Feige referred to this phase as overexpansion. So basically, what phase are we in right now? Or the previous phase 5? Are we in 6 now? And then whatever phase was last. So the one with Quantum Mania.
Sure.
that phase, that was the overexpansion phase. And so
And it was very evident too.
And yeah,
I think we
it's
brought it
very-
up too. We're
and
just like,
yeah.
they're really pushing this stuff out.
And it's commendable that he has just been like, yeah, we messed up.
Well, at least
It's
we know
like,
it's not their fault.
Yeah, it's Disney.
It's not Marvel's
It's
fault.
Disney.
It's Disney being like, we need to promote Disney Plus. We need to, and it's like,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah. And that's, it's so nuts. And yeah, and so he cited verbally for the first time ever that quantity trumped quality because of Disney's aggressive product approach. And that's like product production. That's like proof is in the pudding, dude. Like, yeah, everybody said it. And then they were like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
I feel like his hands were tied in a way
for
where
sure.
he's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But
I know. And so, the unfortunate side of that is that, now we do have a lot of characters that were introduced.
yeah, it was about like what, a year and a half, 2 years of just
Yeah.
like, oof.
I know. And it's kind of sad because, like, there is some uncertainty. Like, he did mention, like, a lot of the characters we've introduced might not get another season of those shows.
Yeah.
Because the TV, they're just like cutting it in half, if even that. They're cutting it down so much.
It was like 3 movies a year, 2
Yeah.
shows a year.
Yeah. Well, now per the article, he said 1. He said less TV, one series per year with less film overlap. Which, speaking of, he blamed Thunderbolts on. That it underperformed because they were, quote, all from TV shows, which isn't true. So I'm like, you're lying. But that is crazy. So they really think that the quote unquote necessity to understand the connections is now officially hurting them.
Yeah.
So that's why he said, someone asked him, will Daredevil acknowledge the void thing?
Oh,
And
yeah,
he's
no.
like, no. And it's like, okay. So they're not doing that anymore.
I mean, yeah, because if you think about it, like it worked with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like there
Sure.
was some like MCU overlap, but it was like a mention, but it
Yeah.
never affected the overarching story of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the same with the Daredevil, like the first series, when they talked about the invasion of New York,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they didn't say that, but you knew what they meant. But it still didn't have a significant change.
And I think that's fine. I just feel like people speculate too much.
I know, that's why I'm
I've said this since the first episode of this
Yeah.
freaking podcast. Let art just be the art. Enjoy what's given.
Yeah.
You know, like stop being like, oh, what if this character comes? Like,
no, exactly.
Who cares?
You gotta leave it be. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I get that he was answering the question about Daredevil, but also in his defense, they don't have to address it like in a big way.
Like who cares?
Even if there'll be a paper in the background or something.
Exactly.
They don't
a
need to
headline or
expand.
something.
Yeah. No exposition needed. They're fine. And then one of the crazier ones is that Sony basically told Marvel to back off of Miles. At least until after the animated trilogy is over.
I mean, I get it.
That's crazy though. Like they're like, no.
That's literally the only thing Sony has, and they're not about to. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And it's been postponed for like what, a month or two?
2027, right?
It was still 2027, but now they pushed it like to July or June or July when it was supposed to be.
I thought it was 2026, and then it got pushed to 2027.
That's what I thought too, and apparently it's already been shifted again. So I was like, what the So
I mean, yeah, that's. Look, no offense to Sony. That's the only thing they have.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you think, given they're releasing Amazing Spider-Man 2 director's cut into theaters?
I know, I saw that. I was like, man.
I don't know, man. I think it's great that there is the audience to do that and that people who have never seen
but it's also like,
get to see it.
On.
Yeah. Well, it's like we said in an episode or two ago when they were like, we're releasing the Raimi trilogy.
Yes.
And you're like, bro, last year you just released all
I know
8 films.
Like, what are we doing?
What is happening? Yeah,
what
it's too much. It's too much. So I'm like, I might go see it because I really don't remember it. I don't remember what was different about the director's cut. But also just like, are you kidding me? So this is your cash cow, huh? So
that's so funny.
I know. And so, yeah, it's bled over into Miles. And so we won't see Miles in the MCU, if we ever do, until after 2027. So that sucks. Which means, of course, the rest of the characters are also hands off. So
it's okay. Spider-Man films starts filming later this year. So
yeah, I think they're already in pre-production, aren't they?
Yeah, they start filming. They start production this year. Yeah.
Woo boy.
Soon.
And then one of the last notes I have here. So they're attempting to re-perfect the Marvel method. And so apparently he said, because there was that whole thing that they just greenlit stuff and they didn't think about it. And then you have Mr. James Gunn. I won't greenlight anything without a finished script. So it's kind of like almost challenging Marvel Studios to like actually come up and what's your real answer?
Which is great.
Yeah, and I think that's true. And then so Feige was noted from Variety, we've never started a movie without a full script, and I have never been satisfied with the script we've had. And I've never been satisfied with a movie we've released, which is true.
He's just like me, perfectionist, man. It's like an artist. Any artist is like
wild.
they're never satisfied with
and that's incredible. But again, I appreciate the candor that he's like, look, I don't feel like anything has been perfect, and we release what we release, and we're still trying to do better. And then of course they're tightening the budgets and because of the taxes and all the filming and everything, and so they're even dabbling with the idea of potentially using AI to get some of this stuff done, which is like, oh. But they're also keeping filming overseas for the same reason, because everything is just too expensive here.
Yeah.
And they don't have the space here, and it's like
exactly.
It's the world, yeah. And so I forgot which studio.
Pinewood in London.
No. Which studio he asked about the FX, and that gave him a pro tip, and that actually.
Oh yeah. It's the ones that did.
Yeah. What was it? I know. I can't remember.
Gemma Chan's in the movie.
Oh, Jeff. It's a one-word movie too, right?
Yes.
Shoot.
I know.
Catalyst?
It's horrible. It is the.
No.
I keep thinking like the Protector, and I'm like, that's
Creator.
The creator. Okay, I was there.
Hey, we were there. Yeah, and so that actually helped leverage and balance the cost of
VFX,
graphics
pretty much,
in
yeah.
Captain America and everything since Captain America.
Like, how can you do like, you know, good VFX for like not cheap, but just not like a humongous budget?
Right.
And
I think it shows best in Thunderbolts. Like, it's actually quite impressive because like seeing the clips that they've been releasing of the,
it's great.
I'm like, oh, so Bob was very much there, and it's not like they just put a thing on him, a filter on him.
No,
to make him. I was like, okay, cool. And yeah, some of the stuff was just not practical. So I'm glad that they're figuring things out because
I know.
it's like, don't let it be too late because you got a lot to do here in the future. And then speaking of reboot versus reset. So X-Men reboot, Tony Stark reboot. I don't know how I feel about that. Eventually, of course. And then and that all follows Secret Wars in 2027. So Feige used very interesting terminology in that he said, quote unquote, reset, singular timeline. We're thinking along those lines. So they're basically inverting the multiverse back into...
An incursion's going to happen.
Right. Basically.
Universes are going to die.
Yes. Basically.
Hell yeah.
But that's funny because the irony of that's like it.
It's basically like Secret Wars, right?
And that's also Miles Morales' whole thing. Ultimates. That's how the Ultimates stopped existing.
Yeah.
Is that the universes just went whoop.
That's basically Secret Wars, right?
Yeah. So it's interesting. So I'm not sure if he's like toying with people and just being like, you know, getting a head start on his marketing.
Yeah.
Or like what the deal is. But it is very interesting verbiage. And so, yeah, I definitely 100% believe that the reboot of X-Men, that's imminent. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But like the rest of them, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's what he even means. And also if that's even like the wisest choice.
Like what, all the previous X-Men?
Recasting, like whatever they're doing, and then recasting Tony Stark, and then starting Tony Stark over. Like, I'm not sure, especially because it's like you can't have both, right? You can't have one singular timeline and then reboot Tony Stark. That almost doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it would be an ultimate Tony Stark or something.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. How are they gonna?
I don't know.
So then, do we just go, oh, that one didn't exist, and now it's this one? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like these next two movies is going to be the last time we see any of the Fox.
Oh yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
You know,
this is their swan song.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like this is it.
Yeah.
We're never going to see them again,
except for Ryan Reynolds and Daphne Keane. I feel like are safe.
Yeah. But other than that, it's like it's going to be like a homage and like a thank you, farewell type of deal.
Yeah.
And then it's like now we have to get into the MCU X-Men.
Yeah. Well, because technically, and this is another thing that kind of confused me, which will make sense potentially after this, by now, after we've seen Fantastic Four. But yeah, the Fantastic Four are not even from, Prime Earth. They're from 828. So what does that mean for them? Do they get rebooted? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is that, okay, so you're bringing people in. So if they're not part of the singular timeline anymore, do they get rebooted? They just got here. But
I guess we'll see.
I know. I guess we'll see. Oh God.
So good.
I know. So crazy and so much stuff. And so, yeah, we'll see. And so they'll be missed. But I am very curious what their booth is going to look like this year, because last year it was all about Deadpool and Wolverine and Marvel Rivals. And so this year I'm predicting it's probably like quite literally 99% Fantastic Four. And then 1% Thunderbolts because it's on digital and it's coming out next week on home to own.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm curious what it'll look like, and hopefully they'll have some good stuff given away. But before we move on to Ironheart pop quiz, this is up your alley though, bro.
I guess we'll see.
And so this is pulled from the article. So if you read the article,
man.
So,
okay.
What entry into the MCU is Fantastic Four First Steps, both as a film and as a title?
What does that mean?
So, what number film is Fantastic Four?
Oh my God.
And then what number, including TV, is Fantastic Four? And he said it
He did.
I was so impressed. I was like, oh my God. Oh, Variety quoted it. It wasn't him. It was Variety. So there is a chance they are incorrect, but another Variety. So
there's a number in the 30s and a number in the 50s
Oh
that
my
I remember
God,
that I remember
yes.
reading. What? This is like the 50s.
You're right,
This
yes.
is the 57th, 50s, 54th or 57th.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 54.
Yes. It's the 54th title.
There's a 54 title in the MCU.
Oh my God. Holy All right, what number film is it?
30.
Oh God, Jeff, you're so good. Holy crap.
35 or 36.
So close, bud.
37th.
Yep. Damn. That's like Iron Man Mark level. Like that's solid.
I don't know.
That's
how
really good.
Yeah.
And the thing that's tripping me out is that I don't know if that's like you literally in your brain you're like 30s or like you just saw it.
That's me. Like it's funny. Sam has this like ongoing joke with me because
so funny.
I don't like to read. Like I don't read books. Like I don't read
I'm
books.
not a reader.
I'm not a reader at all.
Yeah.
So then but when I read these articles and I'm reading them I don't know. I'll remember random facts from it. That's why I'm such a visual person.
Yeah.
That's why I remember movies.
Sure.
Like even after watching it once, I can remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So reading that and reading in intense details. Yeah. But I do remember him saying I do remember reading that. I was he's like, oh yeah, I didn't know I forgot what the context was, but I do remember the numbers.
That's crazy.
And I was like, there was 50 and 30, and I was like, okay, yeah.
37th film and 54th title. That's incredible. Yeah. It's and it's wild because it sounds like so much.
That's a
and yet
lot.
so little at the same time.
Yeah.
But the quote, I wanted to close out this particular part of the show with a quote that Feige has in the article, or at least in one of them. And he said, "We produced 50 hours of stories between 2007 and 2019. But
I remember that.
Yeah, Feige said. But in the 6 years since Avengers Endgame concluded the Infinity Saga, we've had well over 100 hours of stories, half the time. That's too much.
It's a lot.
In fact, including animation, Marvel's multiverse saga spans 127 hours of content.
Yeah.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wild. Yeah, it's so much
50
stuff.
hours between 2007 and 2019, you would think that's that's not a lot.
Yeah.
But it's really well fleshed out stories.
Yeah.
But 2007 was Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Norton, yeah.
Minimum let's say it's 2 hours per movie, but over the span of 12 years. That's crazy.
It's a lot of content.
But then 100 hours in 4 years?
Yeah.
Ish, right?
4.5.
I'm sorry, 2019, 5. So it's it's 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years
But
for sure.
still,
It's a lot. 100 hours?
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm glad they're pumping the brakes.
Yeah.
Because they need to. But
Yeah.
like you've said before, when they even introduced the idea that they were cutting stuff down, I mean, it's the wisest choice they could make. And Disney needs to understand that.
Also, it costs a lot of money. Total run times.
Yeah.
A minute, and every minute costs money. Mm-hmm. So it's if you have a 3-hour movie, you better hope that movie makes $1 billion, and which is why Endgame works. Mm-hmm. So it's
exactly.
So that's why when I think it's so funny when every detail gets released about movies coming out, where it's the total runtime for this movie is 2:01, 2 hours and 1 minute, or 1 hour 55 minutes. People are like, "Oh my god, it's so short," and I'm like,
"Yeah, I know."
They're like, "Oh my god, it's so short. What are they gonna tell?" And I'm like,
people almost immediately did that with Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
because it's
an hour and 55
or 55.
Yeah, and same thing with Thunderbolts. It's 2 hour and 1 or whatever. Oh my god, it's so short. I'm like, movies in the mid 2000s were maximum
62.
90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
If it went over 90 minutes, it was that's too long.
Yeah,
no one's gonna pay attention to that.
100%. Yeah.
So I think the 3-hour movies have definitely. It's Avatar. I blame Avatar.
Yeah. Avatar, and it really led the game.
Because
right?
not even the first Avengers was that long.
No, not even.
So it's like people like, dude.
The
oh my
expectation of like,
Yeah.
oh, if it doesn't have this much, like exposition.
Yeah.
Oh, it must not be
I mean,
good.
off universe, like Superman was, I think, only like 2 hours.
2 hours and 2 minutes. or
Either
something.
hour
Yeah.
58 or 2 hours, whatever.
Just under
And I
it.
remember I watched I watched like a 9 p.m. showing opening day, and I was like, and I got out, and it was only 11 type whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting like I'm so used to like getting out like midnight, maybe it's close to 1, and you're like, oh my god, it's so late.
Yeah.
But that was like, oh,
Sweet spot.
this is great, and that's what I'm expecting when I see. I have a 9:15 showing.
Yeah.
Even with the 20 minutes of ads before and trailers, I'm gonna get out before midnight.
Yep.
Which is so nice.
Yeah, and probably incredibly satisfied.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
it's
great.
like,
Yeah.
dude, I mean, I'm cool. I'm only good for 3-hour movies if it's like a statement titular film.
Yeah.
Like when Doomsday happens, I hope it's at least 2.5 hours, 2:45. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a 10 episode season. I'll take 10 hours of content over the course of
Right.
8 weeks.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. So yeah, it'll be curious what they do here on out post Fantastic Four. Especially with, Wonder Man coming up, and Geoffrey so, wonderfully mentioned that Simon Williams made his appearance on the Fantastic Four carpet. That's so meta. It's so meta.
I was like, wow, no one's really actually. No, I don't think anyone's done that, but it makes sense because
It's never been done
because obviously in the
before, I
comic he's an
swear.
actor.
Yes.
So it's like
exactly.
that's so good.
I love it. That's probably the smartest marketing thing they've done lately.
And it was such a small
Yeah.
thing.
And it was such a low lift.
Yeah.
Having him there is one thing, but to have him there in character
do
for a forthcoming series is like,
yeah,
chef's
and just
kiss.
do one press question
Yeah.
where the presser asks something like
Yeah.
related like to the show, and you're
Yes.
like, it was great.
It's incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it. He deserves everything. It's going to be great. Yeah. So all that said, if you're interested in learning more, definitely check out the articles. Social media is ripe with quotes, so you're not missing much if you're active. But yeah, from there on, let's dive into Ironheart. Ironheart. And so I was telling Jeff, I was like, man, I kind of wished I got to watch it again. But it's just been so busy that I was like, nah, it's not happening. But so the series, it's what I didn't notice until yesterday is that it is notably dubbed as a mini series. So they kind of tried to be like, well, it's only 6 episodes because it's a mini series. And I'm like, okay. So maybe that's their thing now. If it's not a Marvel special presentation and it's not a full-fledged series, it's a mini series.
Which they're also in the middle of filming another special presentation.
Yes, they are. Well, they just finished. Apparently,
Have you seen those set videos?
No. Wait, which are we talking about the same thing? I don't know if we're talking about the
Punisher?
same thing. No, I was talking about Vision Quest. They finished Vision Quest.
Oh, but they're also in the middle of filming.
But they are. Yeah, they just started.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, I've not seen any. I've seen pictures of him walking and
Yeah.
looking like Frank Castle does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they just started production on Punisher. So that's, the Punisher
Special presentation.
Special presentation. So yeah, and when is that supposed to drop? Is it next year?
I feel like next year, yes.
Curious. So they're gonna wedge that baby right in between Daredevil and Spider-Man.
But I also like the special presentations because
I think they're great.
They're little mini movies.
Should be doing
Yeah.
with characters
It's
that
great.
don't need a full series.
I know.
Whatever.
Love it.
But love it, yeah, and I can't wait to see more of Frank Castle. And yeah, I'm sure we're not gonna have much of a choice because they're all street photos, and I'm like, damn it, take it in studio.
It's getting filmed in New York,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's like,
You can't help
hell
it.
yeah.
But yeah, so Ironheart dubbed as a miniseries created by Chinaka Hodge. Oh man, we have fallen from grace again. So it was doing great as far as ratings were concerned, and it is officially fallen, unfortunately. So on IMDb, it is currently at a 4.4 out of 10 rating, currently number 42 on the popularity scale, which isn't too bad, but the 4.4 is kind of damn. It was at an 8, I think, at one point. Yeah, while on Rotten Tomatoes, 77% tomato meter, 48% popcorn meter.
That's solid.
Yeah.
The tomato meter.
Yeah, tomato meter is definitely solid. Popcorn, sad also, because it was
Well,
80.
this thing was also, I take that with a grain of salt, because this thing was like hate watched probably.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
it's like, if you watch it, like, you know it's good.
Exactly.
That's just my opinion, but all right.
Yeah, people are very strange. And then, of course, on Letterboxd, a 3 out of 5 star rating. Not bad. That's pretty damn good. It's better than I expected, that's for sure. And so as far as the episodes are concerned, and how did you feel about the series in its entirety? So it's only 6 episodes, but it's also 6 episodes.
I thought it was 6 quality episode character building, world building. I mean, I'm also biased in the sense of Chicago's in the MCU, baby.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
I love Chicago.
Yeah, one of Jeff's first notes was like, "It takes place in the MCU, man. Solid, love it." I was like, "Yeah, that's good."
I love how it starts very street level, and I love it starts very street level.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, he built this with its scraps
In a cave.
in a cave with scraps. Funny enough, I'm quoting that guy when his son is in
His son is in the series. Oh man, yeah.
But I do like the integration of how it went to like mystical towards like probably the tail end of the, and I was like,
halfway point.
and it was done in a way that wasn't corny. Like it wasn't like, okay, well she just gets magical powers.
Yeah.
Like no, it was just like oh, like it's a good mend of street level, but also like kind of like with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. You know, it was believable.
And even more so, I'll be that person and be like, in Ironheart, it felt even more organic than it did in Spider-Man.
Like, oh, when they went to their friend's candy shop, I was like, yeah, this
me
make
out.
this in the MCU
believe
this would
this.
work. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Like that blew my mind. They're like, can you take us to like, all right, just hold on, and you just go to another like, where are we? Oh, we're in a parallel dimension.
Yeah. In
What?
between. Yeah. It's like
What? And she studied in a Kathmandu,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's crazy.
you know, and it's, you know, we were just talking about how, you know, they don't want to be reliant on previous content.
Yeah.
I think it, as little Easter eggy as it is in Ironheart, I still don't feel like you have to have seen Doctor Strange and No Way Home or any of that stuff, let alone Agatha, to understand anything that's happening here. Even Wakanda Forever. I'll even say Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Like you get a really good sense, like straight up from the top, from the first episode, who Riri is, how intelligent she obviously is, what she's capable of, and also that, yes, she is kind of a street level hero of sorts that just kind of gets wrapped up in this supernatural superhero world. Yeah. And I really admire that. I think that's what makes it quality.
And also quality, she really pissed me off throughout the whole season.
Why?
But that just means she's playing the character really well.
She's stubborn.
I was like, like these decisions you make are so dumb. But I'm like, but you're you're an 18-year-old genius. So I get why you think that way, because like, no one's smarter than me. Like I'm freaking Riri Williams. Like I know what's best for me. But I'm also like, you're a kid and you're making these decisions like, terrible decisions.
Super self-aware. And not to gripe on Peter Parker, but like when Peter Parker makes a bad mistake, he's just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, and he's also very intelligent. But you're also like,
he's
Peter.
a kid.
Like,
Like,
Peter,
come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then, whereas Riri, in the slightest hint of you know, like self-awareness, like you can tell it's palpable that she's like, I know this isn't right, but I gotta do it.
Because she's very selfish. She's a selfish person.
She is. She's selfish.
She's closed off and she's selfish.
Yeah. Isolated. She's got that Tony Stark isolation going. And it's with the geniuses, right? Like they kind of have that in common. So yeah, I really love that. And then it was interesting because like from the get, right, when they introduced the series at D23 and they were like, Parker Robbins is going to be in it. I was like, the Hood? Because like, what does the Hood have to do with Ironheart?
Sure, yeah.
But
weaves in
like
perfectly.
you said, yeah, they perfectly and seamlessly introduced this character, integrated this character into the world and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Because it easily could have become a supernatural thing. Yeah. Like entirely. Yeah. But it didn't. They still kept the tech alive. They kept the side story alive with Zeke, aka Joe. And and it's very cleverly done. And I like what all the directors contributed to it and the writers and all that stuff. And so it is interesting to see a character like the Hood come in because I was telling Andrew, actually, I was like, it's kind of crazy how they've nerfed his, like, because he's all about guns in the comics. And they've obviously done it because of the natural state of our world right now. But toward the end of the series, he came out with his trademark, like, dual pistols that he uses in the comics. I was like, oh. So they've just kind of, I don't want to say modernized it, but they just kind of made it a little more realistic that he doesn't have them all the time. Yeah. But now that he's had his glow up, he's got them and he's utilizing his powers and all that stuff that he's getting from the Hood.
I also like his motivations for it's like he's not like robbing banks or anything. Yeah. He's like, sign over your company to me.
I know. He's a monopolizer.
And I was like, you know what? That's smart.
Yeah, I know. And, Anthony Ramos is like, I'm not super duper, because he was in Transformers, right? Or Bumblebee? Not in Bumblebee. That's, I was gonna say,
he was in one of them. I don't know.
He was in one of the newer, the newer ones. Yeah.
And he was also in Twisters.
Oh, he's in Twisters as well.
With Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know him from, he was in Hamilton. He was in the original run of Hamilton.
Yeah. Who did he play in Hamilton?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never saw the original.
Maybe that's the only thing I've seen him in.
He was in the original cast with like Lin-Manuel and all them.
Oh, right, because he is a musician.
Yes.
And he did. It's funny because I was like, in one of the credits, because I like to listen to the song when it's a good soundtrack. I'll let that run.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, this is Anthony Ramos, and I looked up and I was like, oh, he's rapping.
Yeah.
And that makes sense that he was in Hamilton. Okay, got it. So that's why I was like, I know this kid from somewhere. I've actually seen him.
And he was also in. I think he was in A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah.
See? Lady Gaga, yeah.
Yeah, so Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
I think he was great. And, it was interesting because he had not a similar situation. He did have a situation that a year or two ago. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, what are they going to do with him?
Yeah.
Thankfully got past that. And thankfully he is in this series, like, very, very good. He's very good.
Yeah.
And I think he plays the character convincingly because, like, I don't know too much about the Hood, but I think Anthony did a great job, and it seemed to fit in the series, and especially with his little crew that he had. They were interesting, too.
They're interesting, too, because one was from Madripoor, which is like, okay, sick.
Yeah.
These two twins who are, and then a little pyrotechnic.
And Eric Andre as Rampage.
Hilarious.
I was like, what are you doing in here?
Hilarious.
But yeah, he played a great role. Yeah, and then Sonia Dennis as Clown. Jaren Merrill as Slug. Mm-hmm. Shakira Barrera as Roz.
Yeah,
they did.
And then
were amazing.
And as the show progresses, shows like oh, something's up with this leader dude. You know, he has this red hood.
Yeah,
he's like has like some powers where you're like, what is it? Like, why is he like bruising why is he veiny everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I was like, huh, and. Again, you don't have to have seen Doctor Strange and know what happened to Caecilius to understand that. Like, you just get, magic is corrupting this guy. Yes. Got it. Like, you didn't have to see the full-fledged,
you're just like, oh,
Darkhold and all this Dormammu.
Yeah.
Which was a big surprise.
Yeah, like he's going, like every good show, like there's conflict.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like this guy is so powerful, but he's going through something. Yeah. So like, what's the trade-off here?
What is the trade-off, yeah.
And we eventually come to find out that after years of speculation, if this man was ever going to make it into the MCU, friggin' watching every single episode of WandaVision being like, oh yeah,
There's an M on that wine bottle.
They're like, oh, that's Mephisto. That's and he never came. But now in the MCU,
crazy.
we have Mephisto.
Man, I got a survey I can't discuss, and he's on it, and I was supposed to rate him and his
Performance.
And I was like smashing that excellent button. I was like, yep, finally. And I think
He was really. I thought
perfectly
he.
cast.
Yeah.
He's not even in it as much as we would probably want him to be, and this is obvious because he's not ready to be in it full-fledged yet. This is the perfect way to bring him in.
Yeah.
And I think they did such a great job, even with that little bit in his reflection and showing his true form.
I didn't even notice that on first watch.
Bro!
I didn't even notice that on first watch.
But yeah, like,
And I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, and it's comic accurate, so it's
Yeah.
even crazier because it's like, oh,
I like the little
Nailed.
Easter egg that
Yeah.
like when he was describing, like he was like, you don't know
Yeah.
how many people I've supplied power to.
yeah,
And you're like,
yeah, yeah.
Basically, yeah, he made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is-
His soul just went bye-bye.
I was researching. I was like, I know of Mephisto, I know kind of, but I'm like, what makes him so bad? And I went to like the Marvel like wiki and
what he's
everything,
done, yeah.
and then I was like, oh yeah, this guy sucks. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah, everybody. No one is safe.
this guy's just a sly, conniving piece of garbage
Yeah.
that just wants to take people's souls.
And it's like drama. It's like actual like the weirdest little drama that he just destroys their lives in these very casual
he's
ways.
like, I can give you everything.
Yeah.
Just give me everything. And I'm like, give me your soul. And I'm like, oh my
He's
God, this guy
like,
sucks. I was like, this guy sucks.
Yeah. And there's a Twilight Zone episode that is very reminiscent of that whole discussion. And the devil like appears to this man, and he's like, oh, you know, and the guy is just basically he's a hypochondriac. And he's like, oh, why do we have to get sick? This is so dumb. And he thinks he's dying. He's in perfect health. He has nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
But the devil sees an opportunity, and he's like, what if I could make you immortal? What if you could live forever as you are right now? And he was like, sure. And he goes, what's it going to cost? And he's like, oh, it's something you won't even miss. I was like, y'all stole that line from Twilight Zone. Because Mephisto says the same thing. He's like, you won't even miss it. And he signs away his soul. And I was like, this is so... that's the devil. That's basically the devil, right? That's
I'm getting Ghost Rider
yeah,
flashbacks.
right.
He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I could heal
exactly.
your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Dies the next day.
Exactly. So that's what, you know, like, okay, so not to jump this way
yeah.
so far, but it the way that they built up, you know, the story even for Riri. So let's backtrack to Riri and how they
Her
introduced.
backstory is tragic.
Oh my gosh, I was like,
Tragic.
it was killing me because they so perfectly introduce, like, okay, Natalie. Here's Natalie. Okay, best friends. Oh, got it. Okay, they're really close. Oh, stepdad is involved. Got it. These people meant a lot to her. They're dead.
Boom. Yeah.
And then you're like,
In my head, I was like, oh my God, yeah. But I was like, damn, that sucks.
I know.
I was like, tragedy. Yes.
then they did the thing that you see in like NBC drama shows where you do not get to find out how these people die until well into the series. And I was like, dang. Then they finally show it. And it's not even for any real reason. It's just an unfortunate
It just
drive-by.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like,
And
I
like
guess,
she's the and
did
it's,
he
and it's
owe
prob-
money or something? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it was like it's an
was just
unfortunate.
random,
it feels
right?
like but it was also
Yeah.
just probably survivor's guilt because she
Sure.
was the only
Oh,
one
100%.
that made it out.
Yeah. And so that whole long lead of like, you get to know Natalie as an AI and you get to understand that her stepfather meant so much to her. She called him dad.
Yeah.
And then you meet them and you're like, oh, this is so nice. And then they get gunned down and you're just like, I'm
I know
broken.
that. Yeah, that first scene, like I was like, oh, like her best friend. Oh, cool. We're about to have like a,
exactly,
you know, and then boom,
exactly.
she's dead, and I'm
then,
like, all right,
yeah. And all she wanted was to be happy, and you're like, oh, stop.
I know.
And so I thought that was like so magnificently played out. And so the fact that she becomes this AI and she's like, like get out of here, and is the reverse of like what Tony or Peter would do,
The
right?
barf.
Yeah, exactly.
The barf.
Barf. And so I thought that was so interesting that it was like, yeah, it's like the antithesis of what we're used to, right?
Yeah.
Because she was trying at first. She was like, I don't want this. Like, you're not supposed to be here. Like,
Yeah, and then also like the thing of Riri showing the Natalie AI to her brother.
yeah.
Thinking like, oh, like look, like it's Natalie,
Yeah,
like, you know.
and he was like,
get this bull out of here.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, oh my god.
yeah, did not react well. I mean, and he reacted very
Like she's trying to do
naturally.
she's just trying to do a good thing. Like, oh, like, you know,
Yeah.
we can both be happy.
Because she got used to it and she
Yeah.
was like, this is cool. I do have my friend back. It's like she never left. And then she got comfortable thinking, oh, everyone else would be comfortable with it too because my mom did. And then Xavier's like,
did not happen.
No. He's like, nope.
But yeah, I loved all the little arcs, the
Yeah.
ups and downs, valleys that happen.
Yeah, it's so good.
To build up like towards like the end of the season.
Right. And that's the part, like, to your point, Mephisto is that guy that's going to be like, sure, I'll bring Natalie back.
Dude, that conversation.
Now we're going to go see her die again.
I will say that last episode and then that conversation they were having wherever they were having it in the restaurant.
Yep.
I was so freaking hooked. I was like,
It was really good.
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, Riri, do the right thing. I was like, please.
Well, and the way that they edited it too.
Oh my god,
That was like,
I was so like, I was like, oh yeah, she's built.
good.
She didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she didn't do it.
She didn't do it. No.
And then like it keeps
reveal.
going. Like it. I don't know how long the scene was talking.
It's long too.
But
yeah.
I was reeled in.
Yeah.
And
then you get the payoff, and you're like, oh.
and you're like, oh, like that's Natalie the AI.
Yeah.
And then they hug, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh god.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
And then if you look at the Ironheart suit, it's got the cloak on it, and you're just like, Riri.
Yeah, and then you get the close up of like the arm, like the
Yeah.
pain that she's going through, and you're like,
You're like,
I
She did it.
it was to the point where I was I reacted in a way of like, oh, I'm mad that
Yeah.
you took that deal, but I get why you did.
exactly. And that's
Which is just Mephisto's.
he's so good at it. He's so good at like
Yeah.
even down, and I hate making it about Mephisto, but due time. It's his due time. But the even the magnificent way, like obviously Sasha is incredible already. Like I love seeing him as a serious actor because he's so good at comedy. There's no doubt.
Obviously.
But to see him like this, I'm like, whoa, okay, buddy,
Yeah.
you're amazing. But the fact that like even just the simple introduction of like, are you hungry? Come sit down, have some food with me. I
Master
have too
manipulator,
much. Yeah,
man.
head to toe manipulation, and really pulling, like he's almost challenging the person to learn more and to fall deeper into it. And
Yeah.
each time they give him an inch, he's like, I'm going to take 2 feet.
I mean, he always goes to people who want power,
Yeah.
or they know they don't have anything and they want power, or they've lost something.
Yes.
And they
And
just want it back.
Grief is so easy to work to
Yeah.
manipulate. And so I think like he knew, and well, they kind of alluded, right, that he's attracted to people that have great potential and power. And so he was waiting for her to
like
finally come around.
when no one believes in you, Mephisto will.
Mephisto will. I was like, oh, we're in trouble now.
And now I'm like, so my
Yeah.
thing is, I mean, this is like, well, like just like speculating, but like, how do you even fight Mephisto?
Well, that's the thing. You don't.
Like, is that a Doctor Strange thing?
I mean, sure.
Is that?
You just have to distract him until he leaves you
But
alone.
like, it just feels like he only pops up when he needs to. So I feel
Yeah.
like he can just hide in the shadows. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you fight this?
He has to get bored.
Fight this thing.
Yeah. It's,
So basically, someone is going to fight Riri,
yeah.
and it's going to be a very intense fight where someone has to either kill Riri Williams and
I know. It's like turns into a sacrificial thing, right?
yeah,
She won't be free of him until he gets something he really, really wants from
out of her,
Specifically
which is
her.
what, you know?
Right.
So I guess hopefully we'll find out.
So she's either going to lose somebody in her periphery. So it might be Xavier. It might be her mom.
She might can lose Natalie
She'll
again.
lose, I think she's going to lose Natalie again. And she's going to have to let
And
her
she's going to
go.
witness it again.
Yes.
Like witness her dying
Again,
and
yeah.
probably a more
and much
insane
more gruesome.
death.
Yeah. And I think that's it because that's the payoff he wants.
And
He
then
wants to
she
feel
gets
that.
mad.
Yep.
She's like, what? Like, what the, you know?
Yeah.
Like, well, hey,
Yeah.
I brought her back. It's not my job to keep her
I
alive.
held my end of the bargain.
Yeah. So you hold up yours.
Yep. And that's what he does. That's what he does. Like, again, brand new day, one more day. I can bring your aunt back. I can keep her alive, but you're going to have to sacrifice your
Oh, that would be
your love
crazy.
for Mary Jane. That's why I was like, oh, it's already there. And now they have the title. They're adapting that title. So how much are they actually going to integrate?
Oh, is that the title of?
Yeah, it's just a brand new day.
of bringing back
All of that is
Aunt May, or
a
just
direct derivative.
Oh.
It's all related to One More Day and Brand New Day. So
Destin Daniel Cretton's about to cook.
I know. I'm
I
like,
swear
dude.
to God. Oh, and Punisher's in it too. Oh,
So I'm
cooking.
so curious what's
Bruce
gonna
Banner
happen.
also. Oh,
Maybe. I think he's rumored so far.
someone's dying, baby.
Yeah,
I mean, Aunt May already
Could-
died,
but
but she's back.
I know she could
That'd be
come back.
that would be crazy.
Yeah. So it's, and I think that
Damn, this guy sucks.
he's honestly, but I am glad that Kevin Feige jumped the shark in the way that he was like, Mephisto's not a big baddie. He's not a Thanos level threat, but he is there to mess things up. So I'm like,
Yeah.
great, cool. He's not going to be like,
Yeah, that would piss me off.
yeah, he's not going to be the poster boy for Spider-Man 4, thankfully. But he's probably in there somewhere, and he's probably going to do something. And even if he doesn't, good.
I was reading on Mephisto Wiki,
Mephisto Wiki.
Marvel Wiki.
Yeah.
He has interactions with Reed.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
literally everyone.
he's made like deals. He's tried to make deals with
Everybody.
a lot of people.
Everybody. X-Men.
He's just like he's not a big threat. He's just a nuisance.
He's a nuisance. He's the devil. So yeah, it is funny to look back and be like, this is technically the third iteration of the idea of Mephisto. But this is the first time we have actually seen him as Mephisto. Because even in Ghost Rider, he was just known as the devil. He went by some other name that we covered. And then in our Ghost Rider episode, and then he also went by Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles, yes.
And so I was like, it's not Mephisto. It's still not the same. So to see him proper and in this way and in such a high quality show on top of it, could not ask for more. Because I was like, of course, Scarlet Witch and Agatha, those would have been great and obvious ways for him to come in.
Yes.
But to this kind of blindside, like curveball,
Yeah.
oh,
So good.
so good. Yeah. And I wanted to give like a very brief but notable like shout out for Manny Montana as Cousin John, because I love him in everything he's in. He plays the same character in every show I've ever seen him in and every movie, but I love him.
Yeah.
And I thought like that, the fact that the internet lost their minds over his death, and they're like, Riri killed that man. It's like, well, he was coming after her, and technology just took hold. And
Yeah.
but I thought he was great, and he brought an interesting dynamic to the show, especially with Parker, because like he did mean something to Parker.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised he didn't bring him back, but I guess without
Yeah.
Mephisto, you
And
can't.
then, not to derail from Mephisto, but also Zeke. Zeke's like
Big one.
Yeah.
Big guy. So Ezekiel Stane, yes, very much a notable comic book character. And yes, very
still out
much,
there.
Yeah.
They're cool, or they're cool, but they're not friends.
They're not done.
They're not done.
Is what I like to look at it like. It's
Okay.
like they're not done yet. And he said that
Like
verbatim.
he saved her life. She like let him,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're like, oh, we're good now.
because he
but we're
doesn't
not.
want he doesn't want to be his dad. But at the same time, he can't help but be his dad because circumstance.
Yes.
And that's just how the dice fall, right? And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens to him, because even then, because in the comics he gets a little more mechanical and a little more bionic man typey.
Got it.
And so I was like, oh, they're going to do that to him, and they didn't. But he had these added elements of how his power is transferred, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm curious if, I don't think we've seen a glow up yet. I think we're going to see another iteration of whatever he's about to become. because he wants to be prepared for Riri to actually ultimately take her down.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
We'll see.
We'll see, I guess. But yeah, I think it is funny that Alden Ehrenreich is playing him because did you see Han Solo?
I didn't see that. The prequel
the movie,
one, the old
because he was Han Solo.
Yeah.
And I thought he did a great job. The movie wasn't great. I thought he did as well of a job as he humanly possibly could have.
I've seen him somewhere else. Where have I seen him?
He's in a few things by this point. And so let's see.
Got it.
Beautiful Creatures, Hail Caesar.
Oh, he's in the
Oppenheimer.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Looked like a small part, but he's
I
very
remember him though.
Yeah.
I remember him.
I think he's great.
He played opposite. Not played opposite, but like
Flo.
I don't know. Did you see Oppenheimer?
No.
There was a scene at the end where Robert Downey Jr.'s character is like getting exposed and like trying, because he's the antagonist. Spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's acting alongside him. So that's funny.
That's funny.
He was acting in front of
That's great.
RDJ.
Yeah. And then I also wanted to shout out Zelma. Like, yeah, like you said, the fact that they brought them into this very supernatural magic.
Goat.
Yeah, and Zelma almost immediately became my favorite. I was like, oh,
she's great.
This is my favorite character in the entire series. I thought she's great. And yeah, the Kamar-Taj. And so she is a student of Kamar-Taj. Yeah, well, Kathmandu is also not wrong.
That's where it's like,
yeah, that's
Phil.
where, yeah. Like, and also, like, I think in the comics too, I think they've referred to it by that name.
Got it.
And so the fact that she studied Kamar-Taj at Kamar-Taj and might know some of the younger pupils that might be studying as well.
Like
America Chavez.
America Chavez.
Yeah, and she might know Wong and all that stuff is like pretty cool.
And then she gets approached at the end.
Yeah.
By
Parker.
Parker. So it's like,
Does she doesn't know.
She doesn't know who
Yeah.
he is, no. But he just comes in asking for magic, and she's like,
yeah.
Like, what kind of magic you want?
Well, that's another very interesting intersection because Zelma in the comics is also, she becomes a pupil of Stevens, Doctor Strange, Mr. Doctor. So more curiosities of like, where is this gonna go?
Yeah, so many different tangents,
so many possibilities.
Yeah,
for sure. But yes, I just, again, the hate that this series got off the bat for really no good reason is really unfortunate. So I hope people go back and watch it because it's really, 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 really good. Really, really good.
It ends on a great like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. And I felt even if it wasn't like perfect ending style, it's still like it's so promising and also so satisfying as a series, as a mini series.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't feel like it should be appreciated as.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's great. Definitely go watch it if you haven't yet. Dedicate the time. And yeah, like I said, you don't have to know everything or know who Obadiah Stane is to understand any of this stuff. They explain it really well and just enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming. But yeah, so what do you think? Do you think, because I know that they've danced around the potential of it being a second season. Do you think there's going to be a second season, or do you think it's going to be integrated in some way? Or
I would say integrated in a way before a second season, because I just feel like Mephisto is. I mean, like you said, he's not like a big threat, but he's a big presence.
Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he has control over Riri Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows who else he has on a deal with.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that list is so
You know
long.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe they are just like powerful people like in politics or whatever, but how many of them are actual quote unquote heroes?
Wilson Fisk could be one for all I know.
Oh God.
Yep. Woo.
So
And he's like, and that's how I lost my soul. He's like,
yeah, oh yeah, that's how he brought back Vanessa.
Exactly. Like, you don't know. A little murderous.
So I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would love to see more seasons. Like you said,
Sure.
like they're already doing Daredevil season 2, so like they're trying to get on like a schedule of typical TV of having a TV show, having a season every year.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know.
So curious. Yeah. I think there's a possibility we'll see Riri or somebody from the series.
Yeah.
In something else. I mean, Mephisto's kind of a shoo-in. But it's possible another character might show up somewhere. But other than that, I mean, I hope they do revisit the series at some point.
Yeah.
And do a part 2, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, they can stop at season 2 and be done.
I'm curious about like how do you like balance introducing new characters, but then, you know, give another season of something, you know? Like, yes, we want to introduce new characters that we haven't seen on the screen before, but you also have these other characters that their shows did pretty well. Like we're never going to see a second season of WandaVision, obviously.
Yeah. And we don't need to.
We don't need to, but then that from that derived Vision Quest, which is
exactly
makes sense.
Yeah.
But I want to see another season of Ironheart.
Yeah.
Maybe Miss Marvel. But you know, how do you balance out? You know, Hawkeye too. You know,
yeah. Well, yeah. In the article too, I think Kevin addressed, like, because they mentioned Young Avengers and how is that going to come along, and is that even going to be satisfied, because we haven't seen Kate Bishop and Kamala since then, yeah. Stinger.
And then you're given the thing that Kamala is recruiting, you know?
Exactly. And so it's like, at what point do they forego showing the payoff and just jump into it?
Yes.
Very much like, I mean, poor example, but very much like Superman started. They just straight up are like, 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, and just we're like, this is the story. This is where we're catching up with him now. You don't need to see all of that. And so how are they going to do that with the Young Avengers even? Is the pivot from Ironheart Young Avengers in a mini series? And that's how they come together. They don't get their film, but they get a 6-hour series, which is infinitely better in a lot of ways.
That's fine too.
Yeah, and then they pull them into Doomsday or I was gonna say Infinity War, Secret Wars.
Yeah,
and that's how it goes. And they're kind of rubbing against the grain there, because he just said you don't have to watch everything.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it'll make sense somewhere. But yeah, I hope they do take that similar approach with WandaVision and Vision Quest, that it doesn't have to be a straight up season 2. It can be something else.
Yeah.
That brings in people we haven't seen in years and years and years.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
But I'm excited to see where Ironheart goes.
Yeah. So.
Because she's a threat.
Yeah, she's officially on the list, man.
So.
Yeah.
Like, who knows when we're going to see. I mean, we're probably going to see. I wonder when we're going to see Strange again.
I know.
Because he wasn't even on. Was Benedict on those chairs? I don't remember seeing him.
I feel like he was.
Maybe he was. I mean, Hemsworth was on there, so.
Yeah. And they just, like, apparently there's some rumor that he's evidently still playing Thor for 10 more years.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw it pop up. It wasn't reliable, but I was like, yes, he was announced in Doomsday. Initially, apparently he wasn't going to be, but then he is indeed.
Okay.
Confirmed. And he has a quote-unquote central role in Secret Wars. So, oh boy.
All right, then.
Oh boy. He's going to do another gigantic spell that's going to destroy the world.
We just need a face-off between him and Mephisto. We're good.
Oh, I know. I mean, it could happen.
Ultimate sorcerer magic fight.
Geez. And then you saw, related but not related, do you see what Matt Shackman said about Wanda?
She's never dead.
She's never
gone.
She's never gone.
She's never gone.
I was like,
and I was like, you
buddy.
goddamn right. You're damn right she isn't.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, yeah, you know, I'll take reset, reboot. I'm not so keen on, but except for Fox, like Fox can. It's time. But everybody else, I'm kind of like,
I mean, that's what Feige said. He hates the word reboot.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So he's like, I prefer a reset.
Yeah, that's fine.
He was like, Disney messed this up. I'm bringing us back.
I know. But, okay, so I thought I was going to see this in the articles. I did not see it in the articles, but apparently he only has less than 2 years.
I saw that too. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that in the article, so I'm like, where did this come from? Yeah, so the rumor is,
and I was like, there's
no
higher,
way.
like sea level type roles are not contracted.
Right.
It's either
Right.
You're fired or you resign or you're like, I'm stepping down from my role.
And he's like, I want to make movies for at least 10 to 15 more years.
Yeah, I think
or forever.
Because I
Yeah,
feel
so I
like
was
something like
there's
that's
no way.
not a contract.
Yeah, so I'm curious why they said that.
I saw that too, and I was like, really? And then I read that. I remember reading that.
I think it is not factual. I think it was somebody just getting the engagement bait.
Yeah. So
Poo poo.
well, he just said like he just wants to keep making movies,
Yeah.
where that may be. As long as he still wants. So
Yeah. So fingers
because he
crossed.
has at least he has things planned out for the next 7 years. He
At
said.
least, yeah.
So,
2032.
Crazy.
Oh God.
But yeah, exciting stuff.
I will
Fantastic Four this weekend, guys.
Yeah, it is Fantastic Four week. So yeah, so all that said, oh my goodness. So our busy month has not even begun to slow down. So I was in New Orleans. Jeff was in
I was in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
For work. Minnesota.
Minnesota.
This weekend, Di and I will both be in San Diego, but for
reasons.
two separate, completely different reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
And then next
Yeah.
weekend, I will be in Chicago.
Jesus. And then I will be in Pasadena for something else entirely. So we're still crazy town banana pants over here, but it is also officially San Diego Comic-Con week. So
Yeah.
so again, not expecting much as far as news drops are going to happen. It's going to be all hands on deck for enjoying and reviewing Fantastic Four. But we're not quite there yet, and we're going to give people time to go watch the film before blowing the gasket off of it. And so for our next episode, we're actually going to cover Riri Williams in our character study before doing our review on Fantastic Four as a film. So join us in the next couple of episodes for those. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Hell
That's the end
yeah.
of the show. And so thanks for listening. And a special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. And a special We Are Groot salute always to Andrea, Joe, Liz, Jenny, Melanie, Ed, Robin, Andrew, Tyler, Laura, Chris, Ashley, Edgar, Sherry, Ariel, Katie, and Nats.
Woo!
Follow us on social, STRKCNTRST. And if you like what you hear, review, rate, and subscribe.
Once again, thanks for listening. We will catch y'all in the next one.
See you later.
Bye.
I go by a lot of names. Some of them are actually a bit cruel and hurtful to me. But I like you, Riri, so you can call me Mephisto.